Selamat sejahtera pada panel penilai projek tahun akhir iaitu PM TS Dr. Lim Min Fong, TS IMRAN bin Husin. Nama saya AHMAD Hambali RAHMAN bin Razak, nombor matrik CB190091, dan ini saya akan sampaikan projek tahun akhir saya yang bertajuk Elevator Regenerative Drive for TM Melaka Matrix Body. Berikut adalah konten yang saya akan sampaikan bagi kelima-lima bab dalam projek tahun akhir. Yang pertama, kita akan memasuki pada bab pertama, introduction. Background of study yang saya dapati adalah elevator are a mode of transportation that is not directly controlled by humans. All elevator users are completely reliant on the technological reliability of this vertical mode of transportation. This is due to the fact that it can save user both energy and time. There has been a shift energy consumption for operating system, which entirely uses hand power then to elevator drive mechanism powered by steam and water hydraulic piston, and finally to electricity. Berikut adalah statement of problem yang saya dapat. Yang pertama, existing elevator are conventional type di syarikat TM. Yang kedua, use of a lot electrical energy. Dan seterusnya, the consumption of light as well and blower on the existing elevator is inefficient. Dan existing elevator often have power supply interruption from the main source. Seterusnya adalah the purpose of study to overcome the problem faced by Telekom Malaysia Berhad MTC Melaka in the use of energy for the elevator system where there is no electricity saving in its use. Objektif kajian yang pertama adalah to achieve in saving electricity consumption for TM Melaka MTC Budin, to keep the light and blower of the elevator always working properly without supply interruption, to produce energy by reducing harmonic distortion that causes electrical pollution in buildings. Scope of study dari segi target konten adalah the Telekom Malaysia Berhad Company MTC Melaka in the use of their elevator system that is always moving after the end of the work from home period. Seterusnya, the use of light and blowers. The consumption of lighting system and blower, also emergency system on elevator do not work properly. The method of solution. The regenerative drive equipment method is used to solve the problem that arise which work by generating electricity while the elevator is moving and the generated energy is used. Importance of study. Yang pertama, study regenerative drive that can save electricity for the elevator system used to reduce building maintenance costs, to maintaining the safety of consumer, with the industrial staff of outsider who visit the TM/ATC Melaka Tower, expose it to companies by creating action plans such as creating cost on improvement that can apply to their elevator system. Limitation of study. Yang pertama, the first scope is related to target context. The targeted group is multi-story buildings such as apartment, condominiums, and buildings of 5 story and above that use the elevator system. The second scope is related to installation cost. Although it is said that this generator drive is able to save, but it requires a cost for installation of the drive and also the control unit. The type of driver is installed. To install, only certain elevator can use this system. This because almost every elevator system installation has its own design. Seterusnya, operation definition yang saya gunakan adalah AD, iaitu Analyze, Design, Development, Implement and Evaluate. Berikut adalah limitation yang saya dapati untuk kajian ini. Yang pertama, inverter, induction motor, alternating current, direct current dan regenerative drive untuk kajian ini. Seterusnya, kita akan masuki pada bab 2 iaitu literature review. Berikut adalah literature berkaitan untuk kajian ini, iaitu saya akan ceritakan sejarah elevator. Iaitu poin yang pertama, the first passenger elevator was installed by Otis in New York in 1857. Selepas Otis meninggal pada tahun 1861, anaknya Charles and Norton developed the legacy left by Otis by forming the Otis Brothers in 1867. Pada tahun 1873, lebih 2,000 Otis elevator digunakan di setiap building di Amerika, dan 5 tahun kemudian elevator hidrolik pertama yang dikeluarkan oleh Otis telah digunakan. The skyscraper era in 1889, Otis released the first very successful direct connected geared electric elevator machine. Type of elevator yang saya telah kaji adalah yang pertama, passenger elevator, dumb waiter dan elevator service atau lift service. Type of elevator based on the drive system. Yang pertama, hydraulic, jenis hydraulic. Yang kedua, jenis electrical. Berikut adalah basic component untuk elevator. Yang pertama, dari segi machine room, iaitu tempat di mana segala mesin, iaitu motor dan traction untuk lift. Yang kedua, the slide room or sway. The slide is a lane or track where the car move up and down. Seterusnya, komponen dalam elevator, kereta lift. Pertama, kita akan ada elevator car, elevator door, car operating panel, interphone, switching box, alarm buzzer, flow indicator, emergency light, safety link dan emergency exit switch. Seterusnya, komponen outside on each floor, iaitu komponen yang berada di luar lift bagi setiap aras. Iaitu pertama, kita ada flow button, kedua flow indicator dan fire switch atau fireman switch. Seterusnya adalah related research, iaitu regenerative come from the word regenerate, which means to be isolated. In the general, regenerative braking is a braking system which convert the mechanical energy of the system into electricity so that the energy produced can be used. Dan kenyataan ini dihuraikan oleh Abdul Muti dan Muhammad Diki Rivandi pada tahun 2018. Seterusnya adalah basic principle of regenerative drive. Yang pertama, when the control weight is heavier than the car, the gravitational force pulling the control weight down is greater than the uplift force required to move the car up. The surplus energy can be captured by and converted for use by other electrical system by regenerative control. Dan following the same principle, surplus energy can be captured and converted to use when the car is heavier than the control weight and the car is to move down. Seterusnya kita akan masuk pada bab 3 iaitu metodologi. Yang pertama adalah design of study. Kajian ini consists of several components for installation of regenerative drive on the elevator system used. Iaitu regenerative unit digunakan sebagai otak untuk improvement sistem elevator yang iaitu mengawal bekalan masukan dan memberi feedback supply on the elevator. Dan regenerative drive to control the speed of the motor and detect the energy that can be generated from the movement of the elevator motor. Dan surface drive wizard plus is used to program the operation of the regenerative drive to control the incoming supply and feedback in supply in the event of a mechanical fault on the regenerative unit. Seterusnya, design specification. A design specification is detailed document that specify exactly what the product or process should include. It also provide specific example how design should be implemented existing other in working properly. Berikut adalah proposal connection design untuk elevator yang digunakan di TM Melaka MTC. Yang pertama, traction machine. The main difference between traction and hydraulic lift is the way car lift are transported. The traction elevator raises and lowers the car lift using steel grip rod or belt on the pulley system. The advantage of using traction machine elevator compared to using hydraulic system are it use less energy, serve medium to high structure, smoother travel. Ini daripada poin-poin yang saya huraikan ini adalah kenapa traction machine digunakan pada sistem elevator di syarikat TM Melaka MTC Building. Berikut ada specification of traction machine yang digunakan di industri. Seterusnya adalah berkaitan 3-phase induction motor. The elevator motor is powered by an asynchronous AC motor or induction motor. Yang pertama, kita ada squirrel cage motor. It is used because it's simple and also require a simple type controller. The power consumption is of the squirrel cage motor is slightly higher than the slip ring motor, but it is more reliable due to the absence slip ring and fewer controller parts. Yang kedua, kita ada slip ring motor. Slip ring induction motor are also used in various elevator service. However, slip ring motor of the same rating cost move more and has a lower power factor than the squirrel cage induction motor. Low speed slip ring motor are now available and are successfully used on elevator with the car speed of up to 400 feet per minute. Walaupun slip ring motor banyak digunakan, tapi ianya mempunyai kos yang tinggi berbanding dengan squirrel cage motor. Untuk makluman, untuk motor yang digunakan di TM Melaka MTC adalah jenis squirrel cage motor. Berikut adalah specification of induction motor yang digunakan. Berikut adalah gambar-gambar yang iaitu traction motor dan traction machine dan 3-phase induction motor yang digunakan. Terusnya adalah berkaitan dengan regenerative drive. The regeneration drive capture to the heat generated by the elevator during operation and convert it into renewable energy for the building. For this project, energy generated by the regenerative drive will be used as backup energy to ensure that the elevator user always work smoothly and the blowers and light on the elevator always work despite the power outage in the building. Equipment and material used. Untuk kajian ini, terdapat beberapa penggunaan equipment dan material digunakan, iaitu untuk safety faktor keselamatan dan sebagainya. Berikut ada gambar rajah alat yang digunakan. Kita ada clammeter, screwdriver, wire gauge, spanner saiz 7mm dan cutter. Seterusnya adalah Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel has ability to organize and analyze the data obtained in the spreadsheet. Data analyst and other user can make information easier to check when new data is added or existing data is modified if they compile the data using software such as Excel. For the project, after obtaining data related to the linearity data system, the data must be analyzed using Microsoft Excel. Among the data that will be analyzed is the difference between amount kW, kilowatt used with the use of linearity drive or without. Terusnya adalah research procedure. To project a study, there are several steps and project timeline that need to be followed to ensure that the study to be done runs smoothly. Yang pertama, make a literature review, step phase 1, looking for problem, discuss and seek confirmation with industrial supervisor problem that found. Yang phase 2, prepare the theoretical framework of the study, report 1, obtain the required data, obtain confirmation on the solution that has been obtained from the industry supervisor, namely as the use of elevator reactive drive for TM Laka emergency body. Phase 3, analyze and receive guided conducting this field studies. Study the elevator wiring circuit, take energy consumption reading for elevator for a month. Interview with the vendor who maintain the elevator. Lastly, phase 4, analyze the data collected during the field study and prepare final report. Berikut adalah project timeline digunakan untuk FYP 1 ya. Terusnya, data product analyze. The energy data generated by the generative drive equipment will be described and compared with the energy consumption from the main source from TMB. Microsoft Excel will be used to collect and evaluate all of the information. Expected finding, to obtain saving electricity consumption for elevator system, can produce an analysis of the percentage of electrical energy generated by generative drive. The simulation data are expected to show kW and ampere so that it's easy for us to calculate the amount energy of produced by generative drive. Seterusnya kita akan masuk pada chapter 4, data analysis. Yang pertama, research finding. Dari segi untuk objektif 1, to ensure that the light blower on the elevator always work properly without interruption. To achieve the objective of this study test and site visit are conducted with the vendor who operate the elevator system. This study is to use the opinion and method from the relevant vendors which will ensure the objective first objective achieved. Objective 2, the researcher will explain how the research pengkaji menilai analisis the data yang didapati. The data obtained will be explained in this section in a comprehensive way whether it can achieve the second objective that has been yet set. The data obtained will be presented in table and graph to see the difference in the use of electricity for elevator system used before or after the use of the elevator regenerative drive. Objective 3. The researcher asked for an opinion from the vendor who managed the elevator system used for analysis by linking the material design analysis in the project and research development. All data we discussed in the material design analysis section and data collection analysis. Material design analysis, in this section, the researcher will explain the connection for each component using in more detail. First, from regenerative control unit to regenerative drive, the energy input connection is connected through the current substation reactor for it to work, while the power supply voltage action input are connected through the input connection after the MCB of the elevator system used. Main circuit of the regenerative control unit. The extension may vary based on the regenerative unit capacity. The DC power supply for the main circuit, also power control unit. Below things that need to be taken when making wiring. Berikut adalah perkara-perkara yang perlu diambil sewaktu melakukan pendawaian regenerative control unit, iaitu untuk pendawaian masukan. Berikut adalah sambungan untuk regenerative control unit daripada bekalan masukan. Kita ada kapasitor, control board, gate board, relay dan DC fuse. Berikut adalah table main circuit terminal function. Seterusnya, control circuit of the regenerative control unit. Below things that need to be taken when making the wiring. The maximum output current capacity of the control circuit V plus and V minus terminal is 20 milliamp. Shorting the terminal V plus, V positive or V negative and AC can result in erroneous operation or damage to the regenerative unit. Analog frequency meters and ammeter, voltmeter and wattmeter can all be used with monitor output. They are not intended to be used as feedback signal. Select a voltage or current input signal to terminal A2 using the IP switch S1. The current input setting is the default. Turn on the DP switch S2 to enable the termination resistor in a memo bus or Modbus network. Berikut adalah control circuit wiring untuk regenerative unit. Berikut adalah control circuit input terminal dari segi jenis multifunction digital input. Contohnya kita ada S1, multifunction input 1, forced operation command. S2, multifunction input 2, automatic operation command. S3, multifunction input 3, external fault. S4, multifunction input 4, fault reset. S5, reserve. S6, reserve. 7, reserve. And 8, internal base lock. AC multifunction input common and SP digital input power supply 24 volt DC. Dan default setting untuk dari S1 sampai SP adalah photo coupler 24 volt DC 8 milliampere. Set the S3 jumper to select between syncing, sourcing mode and the power supply. Dan kita ada SN iaitu digital input power supply 0 volt. Default setting 34 volt DC power supply for digital input 150 milliamp max only when not using digital input option D1A3. Notice, do not jumper or short terminal SP and SN. Failure to comply will damage the regenerative unit. Seterusnya, control circuit analog input terminal. Record adalah output circuit of the regenerative control unit. The minimum load for the relay output M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, MC and MA to MB to MC is 10 milliamp. Record adalah the list output terminal on the regenerative unit. Seterusnya, regenerative drive to 3-phase induction motor. For the regenerative drive elevator installation system, the energy input connection is connected through the power coordinating elector for 8 volt. The power supply voltage detection input is connected through the polarity voltage output connection from the regenerative unit. Below the thing need be taken when making regenerative drive wiring. Use reactor type noise filter without the capacitor, such as a zero-phase reactor, when installing a noise filter on the regenerative power supply and install it after MCCV on the power supply side. Installing the filter with a built-in capacitor is not recommended because a harmonic component may cause a capacitor overheat or damage it. After installing the unit and connecting any another device, double check all wiring to ensure that connection are correct. Berikut adalah control circuit wiring untuk regenerative drive daripada bekalan masukan ke drive, dari drive ke motor dan daripada keluarannya drive ke control regenerative unit. Seterusnya kita akan masuk pada analisis. Yang pertama, analisis data collection. Total energy consumption and energy generated based on the data provided by vendor who maintain the elevator system user. The data analysis was done by making a difference in terms of velocity, which is proportional velocity of 5 millispeed and 2.5 ms. The data collected and given was done for 5 months from 1 April 2022 and until 31 August 2022. Berikut adalah energi penggunaan tenaga untuk kelajuan penggunaan tenaga dan tenaga yang dihasilkan daripada untuk kelajuan 5 ms. Daripada data yang didapati, jumlah totalnya kita dapat menjimatkan dengan penggunaan regenerative drive hampir 28%, hampir 30%, iaitu 28%. Berikut adalah bar chart of energy consumption, energy regenerated at a speed of 5 ms. Yang warna biru adalah penggunaan tenaga dan warna oranye itu tenaga yang dapat dihasilkan. Dapat dilihat hampir suku daripada jumlah penggunaan tenaga jika kita menggunakan regenerative drive ini untuk pada sistem elevator yang kita gunakan. Berikut adalah energy consumption and energy generated at speed 2.5 ms. Daripada data yang dihasilkan, kita dapat percent of electricity saving 21% daripada jumlah keseluruhan untuk selama 5 bulan. Berikut adalah budget consumption energy related at speed of 2.5 ms. Dapat diuraikan, based on the result, data collection method A can be conducted that the purpose of use the elevator unity drive system can save energy consumption amounting to 28% for 5 months. Although it does not exceed 50%, it can have a significant impact on the company's finance, saving the elevator system they use. Seterusnya, dari segi analysis cost consumption and saving, the researcher has calculated and analyzed the total cost estimate for the cost of energy consumption and the cost of saving electricity for the elevator system use if the elevator system user is upgraded by using the elevator regenerative drive. The cost has been calculated based on the speed factor on moving elevator car which is velocity of 5 ms and 2.5 ms. Energy cost and energy cost saving at the speed of 5 ms. Berikut adalah jumlah bil untuk energi jumlah tenaga yang kita pakai menggunakan regenerative drive atau tidak menggunakan. Daripada data yang dapat kita hasilkan, payback period untuk perkhidmatan ini adalah 3.5 tahun. Ulangannya lah. Seterusnya adalah budget of energy cost and energy cost saving at a speed of 5 ms. Pie chart of energy cost and energy cost saving at a speed of 5 ms, iaitu total energy cost and energy cost saving at a speed of 5 ms, iaitu jumlah tenaga yang jumlah kos yang digunakan untuk keempat unit lift pada bangunan TM Melaka MTC dan jumlah cost saving yang kita dapat hasilkan. Seterusnya, energy cost and energy cost saving at speed 2.5 ms. Daripada data yang didapati, kita dapati pulangan untuk penggunaan unity drive selama 5 bulan adalah 4.6 tahun. Berikut adalah pie chart untuk energy cost dan energy cost saving pada kelajuan 2.5. Seterusnya, the purpose of use of the elevator unity drive system can save energy consumption by almost a quarter of the total financial cost for 5 months, which is only for the elevator system in TM-ATC Melaka Tower. Although the savings are not too big, they can reduce the overall cost of using the elevator system. Dan akhir sekali kita akan masuk pada chapter 5, discussion, conclusion and recommendation. Pertama, discussion. After the analysis that has been carried out on the use of electric drive, then it will be able to work well to overcome the problems faced such as the process of using a lot electricity. There are several problems encountered when design the circuit for this project, which has been well overcome to ensure that the regenerative drive installation plan at Menara TM-ATC Melaka can function to achieve its objective. It was found that it can ensure the use of light and blowers on the elevator work properly without experiencing supply interaction, and this research can overcome a problem of using a lot of electricity. Recommendation. Among the recommendation is in the improvement of the study is to summarize, iaitu meringkaskan the installation design. It aims to ensure the elevator unity drive installation can be installed by and easily maintained in a small and compact installation site area. To increase the use of the backup energy not only to the electrical equipment in building but to be the backup energy to the telecommunication equipment, which is the real priority of the company. Because telecom Malaysia priority is line with the company motto, life made easier, which is to ensure that TM lines users are always satisfied without experiencing any problem with the line and also internet they use. Sekali, summary. The proposed use of the elevated unity drive can achieve the objective of the study, which is to ensure the use of the elevator and also the blower on the elevator always work stable and without interruption. After several months of taking reading and analyzing the energy consumption, it was found that the use of a native drive elevator has the potential to save electricity for the elevator system. However, in the principle of regenerative drive, it states that the higher the level of the building, the more electricity can be regenerated or reused. Thank you. Terima kasih atas